Hey everybody, I live to wow here, and first off, before I get to the main point, we have a dilemma. I'm in my room, and I was watching TV before I decided to do this, and then I was like, oh my god, what to watch? Because there's like 19 good movies on, like Without a Paddle, 51st Dates, Coyote Ugly, Dickie Roberts, former child star, which is, if you haven't seen it, go rent that movie right now, because it makes me piss my pants every fucking time I watch it. And then there's all these random good movies on, but like, whatever, that's another dilemma. So, first deck building video. I'm going to show you guys how to build Death Wish, and yes, that is a Scourge War poster up there with all the cards on it. Whatever. So, you guys want to know how I build decks, what I do, what I'm thinking when I do it, and like if I take other people's decks and manipulate them, do what I think is right and what's wrong. Well, most of the time, it's actually I go on a website called wowtcgdb.com. It's a database of every single card ever made, even the promos and EAs and whatnot. It's all there. And I'll have an idea. So let's say people say, okay, Death Wish is such a great idea. So I'll start off with the two main things you need for Death Wish. Obviously, Death Wish. And then I go with there's got the combo for Death Wish is Death Wish and pretty much Greaves of Ancient Evil plus a weapon. So I start off with those two cards, and then my choice is first off it's the hero, Horde or Alliance, and then you got to back it up with your allies. So of course you have to choose a Fury hero because Death Wish is Fury hero required. So what I like to do is I like to take whatever's going to help me most for the deck and pick an ally based on that. Now, for the Horde side, Broderick Langforth is probably the best Horde ally for this type of deck. Because first off, he's a turn 1 play for Death Wish. Besides Offender Gora, I tried Offender Gora out, wasn't working too great. Because I don't know, it just didn't work. So Broderick turn 1, turn 2 you swing for 2, and if they decide to get rid of it, it gives your hero Assault 1, and pretty much +1 attack on your turn, which boosts Death Wish by 1. So that's a huge power bonus right there for Horde. And then that's on the offensive side. Then you got to think the defense. Well, what does red and what does blue have? Blue has a whole bunch of protectors, but not all of them are great. Weldon Barov is a great ally to play. However, he is sort of late game, and that's not really something that you want to do with Death Wish because by turn 5, I'm pretty much gonna kill you. That's what I try and do, and that's my main objective there. Sorry if you see the video camera bouncing up and down. I'm on my bed here because it's sort of chaotic in the dining area today. So I'm just gonna let that be. So and then you go to the Horde. Like you have the aggro aggressive side with Broderick because you're getting that +1 forever, unless they get rid of him or remove him from the game. So then you go on the defense. Well, what can I do to boost my defense even further when I can't be on the O tapping Death Wish and smacking you across the face 100 times? So my first choice was Nathanos Blightcaller. He is a great 4-drop. You get 3 guys that are all 2/2s, and 2 of them are protectors. I saw the top 8 deck, not a top 8 deck, a deck that all my sort of buddies ran. They did pretty well. It was like Michael Dalton, James Kanzolka, Craig Kemples, whatever his name is. He scares me anyway. Don't tell him I said that. But so they all ran this deck, and they ran Deathfear the Milligent. I think that's how you pronounce it. Deathfear, people call him. Whatever. I know he's a 4/5 with Will of the Forsaken. Not Will of the Forsaken. Well, yeah, I think. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. But so he can absorb all the damage, but I like Nathanos more because you get the 2 protectors and it's hard to get rid of 2 guys more than it is 1, in my opinion. So I like him a lot better, and he's been working out well for me. My next ally that is so big for Death Wish that you need to have, his name is Rock Sky Fury. Look him up. 1-drop, 1/1. When Rock enters play, ready your hero and one of your melee weapons. Perfect for Death Wish. Can't ask for any better. Next base you got to move on to your abilities. What's going to help you once you lose your weapons and your equipment like Greaves? What's going to help you get it back, and what's going to help it boost it up? So what I like to start off to get it into my hand if I don't draw it even after I mulligan is Keys to the Armory. I get to search my deck for an equipment card, I get to reveal it, and I get to put it into my hand for only 2. However, yeah, which is a great card. Next off, I like to go Reconstruct. If I lose an equipment, I get to put target equipment from your graveyard into play if it costs less than or equal to the amount of resources you control. For 2. Ridiculous. Okay. And then I like to, because you're playing a lot of weapons and stuff, actually, I do play a lot of weapons in this deck. I play about 8. So I run the card Pummel, which some people don't think is too great. I do. You may exhaust one of your melee weapons rather than pay this card's cost. So if I play a weapon on a certain turn, but I don't have enough to strike for it, I can always keep it ready so that I can just tap it for Pummel. And bingo was his name right there. So I get to interrupt target ability card, which is great because most abilities are going to get rid of me, like get rid of my equipment, my abilities, and it's a great card for only a 3-drop as well if you can't tap it with a melee weapon. Next is I need to get rid of some allies and maybe even some equipment, so I have Puncture in there. That's a must for only a 3-drop. And then just to boost, I run 4 axes and I run 4 swords. So I thought this was a pretty decent card to put in there. It's from Wrathgate, mixed opinions about it. Expertise of Steel. Your hero does have dual wield, and the axes you control have +2 attack. So when I do play my weapons, which are Edge of Oblivion and Vindicator's Brand, Expertise of Steel pumps the axes for +2 attack. Now, Edge of Oblivion already has 5 attack the turn you play it, and it's a 0 swing cost, so that's 7 attack on turn 4. That's if you don't even have Death Wish or Greaves of Ancient Evil out. And then if I play Vindicator's Brand, I play 2 less to play with sword, to strike with swords, So I don't have to pay that 1 anymore, which gives me the freedom to, pay to play something else, even a rock, so I can swing again with it. Plus, I like Vindicator's Brand instead of the quest Death to the Traitor King, because Vindicator's Brand requires me to have an Aldor reputation. So I like it because when it is destroyed, if you guys can see that, I get to destroy target ability or equipment. Let me see if I can get that into focus. Yeah, it probably won't focus for you, but it's a very good card. And then I like to go to my location base after that. Kor'kon Vanguard is a great location. Don't get me wrong. Tap it. Give your hero or ally you control Assault 1. And you have to play Sourfang the Younger if you want to give stuff Assault 3. However, some people like to play it. I do not. I have played it, and I do have it in a few decks, but not this one. I like to play Tanks for Everything Dalaran. Why? Because it allows me to tap it, and then I ready my Greaves of Ancient Evil. That gives my hero the ability to ready twice after I tap Death Wish. That's ridiculous. That's just more damage I'm swinging with my weapons and whatnot every single turn. Next, I like to play a Rare Bean. For only a 2 cost, I get to name a rare ally, uncommon, common, or epic. And I run a lot of rares in here, so it gives me a higher odds of drawing one. Next is I play Forces of Jadenar, which is a great quest. If I play an ability, pay 1 and I get to draw 1. I play a lot of abilities in this deck. And next is, what's next? Whirlwind Weapon is my next. If I'm having trouble with allies, pay 5. Your hero deals X melee damage to each opposing ally, where X is the attack of one of my weapons. So, if I have Edge of Oblivion out, boom, board wiper right there. Just game over. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. Except I've been trying one combo out. I don't have the cards on me right now. They're at my other house. But, my dad's house. So, it's the Girdle of Ravzinophilus, whatever. I don't have the actual card on me. And Betrayer of Humanity. Girdle is pay 5, you put it into play. And then you get to bring out whatever you want, an equipment and put it into play. And then you put the damage equal to its cost on your hero. Then, it's a 10 attack, 1 strike cost. So I pay 1 and I strike you for 10. On turn 6, which is ridiculous. So that's my Death Wish deck. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, my hero is Bloody Mary. I chose her because she is a Fury hero. If you can see that right in other corner, right in that corner somewhere. And she also has the best foot for a Fury hero. So that's it. Bye.